Hey, it's the Chrissie, Sam and Brodie podcast with added Dave O'Neill.
Oh, so excited. You know, I've got a beef with Glenn Robbins. We've got to get him on the phone.
A blood feud.
One of the kings.
We do. Felicity Ward's popping in. I take you on an unbelievably unforgettable journey with lettuce.
Yeah.
They're expensive at the moment, Swanee.
They sure
Did
are.
you talk about that?
Yeah.
And may I offer you a tip? You had some good ones today,
Yeah,
Dino.
we did,
All
Rufus.
about dicks.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's true, though. We send
They're
someone...
not all about dicks. Mine
Most
was
of
about a Zuper Duper.
It looks
Same
like
thing.
a dick.
Send someone to Antarctica. You're gonna enjoy it. Enjoy.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome, Jonathan. Welcome, Dino.
Hello.
Hello, Dino. How are you? I'm a bit flat after last night. My boys were shit house
Oh yeah.
against Melbourne. Got blown off the park, but the D's are back, Swanee. And
Even
also,
without Maxie gone.
Maxie gone. Maxie was sitting up in the commentary box. They kept flashing to Maxie.
It looked
Did they?
very calm.
Hey, they flashed to your boy Gary Lyon, who was... Oh, no, there's a meme going around. It might have been the grand final. Anyone familiar with this?
No.
No.
Where he's losing it.
Was he?
In a good
Yes.
way.
Really?
Gaz wouldn't have been there last night.
Good point, yeah.
He's not a man of the people. Not getting out amongst on a Thursday night, Swanee.
No.
How are you, Swanee? You good?
I'm excited. There's a frisson of energy in the air because school holidays start today. And that is a good thing.
Yes.
That is a good thing.
Are you excited about spending some time just over the weekend? Just the energy, the pent up energy.
I feel like we need a break, you know? The kids need a break.
No, my kids don't need a break.
Don't they?
No, if I went through the absentee list for the whole year, my goodness, we have not gone a week without one of the kids or all of the kids having days off school.
Yeah, true.
It's
They were
bloody
barely
sickness.
at school. Yours were barely at school. Barely.
Bam Bam's...
C's, D's and F's on our report cards this semester, Swanee. Don't worry about that.
Bam Bam rolled out an excuse he should stay home because he's next or he wants to be good for his sister's birthday party.
Yeah,
He doesn't care about the birthday party.
he just cares about bringing his mate. Because once we said to him, you can bring a mate, all of a sudden his neck was bent over. He was right to go. But we said, you can only go to the birthday party with a mate if you go to school. Oh, remarkable recovery.
Wow.
In a matter of
The
hours.
amazing negotiation skills of parents never cease to amaze me.
And I heard the other day that the Chippies were around doing a little bit of work at our place, and they went out. Jack went out there in the morning and said, "Hey boys, I'm sick. Can you say to Mum that you need my help today?
Oh, my
And then I can
God.
be sick." So he's negotiating with the Chippies.
I love it so much.
That's a smart kid,
That's
man.
a smart kid.
Hey, today, someone is off to Antarctica.
That is so exciting.
My God, I'd love to be one of the 3 people who have a crack at this. Only 3 people. That's a... And I've done the math. It's
Yes.
a 33.33 chance. Is it Bree? Is it James? Or is it Nathan? 12 days in Antarctica.
I can't believe that you haven't booked this. This has got you all over it, Dino.
Yeah, because these quark people, they do it everywhere, polar-wise, Swan.
Yes. And I think you get off and explore, obviously, if it's 12 days, because the last thing I heard, you could just fly over it and that was it. You never get off the
Same.
plane, you just look at it from the window.
Same.
But this one is you're there,
Yeah.
in there.
In one of those boats that cuts through all the ice.
Absolutely.
seeing penguins.
It'd be fun.
Penguins!
Yes, penguins.
Your journey to Antarctica made possible by IMAX Melbourne, Quark Expeditions, look them up, and Latam Airlines.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Have you checked out whatif.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
How good's a what-if tip?
Fraser Coast is in there. Coral Coast, Brodie Island, Orange.
Book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
It's time for Brownie to announce the dickhead of the week.
That's right. I'm going to the dickhead of the week from Can Lee, where he just knocked off some gear from Coles, Dino.
All right.
Well, police in Canley have made a high-stakes bust, uncovering a huge haul of stolen meat and seafood in a car. The driver had something to suit every taste: salmon, prawns, chops and beef roasts among the swag of goods.
Interesting.
Big swag of good, Swanee, worth $2,000.
That's the sort of theft that I could get behind.
Absolutely. There's some good
Because I've been obsessed with prawns this week, and if I could steal them, I would.
tiger prawns. Yes, nice and fresh. Well, prawns are better in the winter, I think, Swanee.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oysters
they-
definitely
the
are.
oysters definitely are. Anyway, I love the Facebook page of the Victoria Police. They said, this was the headline, must have won the meat tray.
Yes. Well done, gang.
Well done.
I don't understand what that means.
Well, meat tray's a common prize, and they're just playing a bit of a play on words.
Play on
He
words.
stole it. He didn't win it.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter for the headline.
It looks like a meat tray, though, if you actually see it. So the coppers were able to get him, Swanee. They were able to get him because he was doing a deal. Now, remember, this meat is worth $2,000.
Yeah.
This meat and prawns, all that, Swanee. Very expensive stuff from the Coles in Canley. He was done by the coppers negotiating a deal with another punter to sell it for $100.
That's a good deal.
$100. Well, not for him. He's gone to the effort of knocking off the $2,000 worth of meat and prawns and then undercutting himself down to $100. So that's why he's my dickhead of the week.
It's not right.
He's
No.
not right. Mate, you can't mark it down by $1,900.
No.
What are you doing? Your effort
You're
to
giving it
shoplifting.
away.
Absolutely.
Be better, criminals.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
I think we've got ER. I think we're opening up the doors of ER. We haven't
like
got
this.
the opener?
No.
All right, cool. So there is an unbelievable story that's come in overnight, I think from the US. They're called artistic swimmers now, but I think they used to be called synchronized swimmers.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
So this woman is swimming under the water doing a routine, right? And
rolls.
sorry?
A couple of rolls.
Yeah. Anita Alvarez.
Love that name.
She's in the middle of a move, and luckily for her, she's in a big televised tank with cameras, right, under the water because that's where she's doing her thing.
Oh, yeah.
She faints.
Oh, shit.
Really? Because they do go underwater for a while, don't they? They
Yes,
hold
they
their breath.
do. Loses consciousness, and in the middle of the routine, just starts slowly sinking to the bottom of the pool.
Jesus.
She's pulled out by I can't remember who pulled her out. I think the coach,
Yes.
Andrea Fuentes,
Oh!
noticed something was awry.
Fuentes is always there to save you.
Correct, John.
Fuentes, Super Fuentes.
Super Fuentes.
Jumps into the tank, drags this lifeless body from the bottom. Can you imagine how hard that is?
Oh, my God.
And she's fine. But if that happened literally anywhere else,
Cool.
Yes.
it's game over.
Well, that happened to our former Winter Olympian, Chubby Pullen. That happened to him up in the Gold Coast. That's how he died.
What happened?
He was out snorkelling
That's right.
and he had a blackout. A shallow water blackout, Swanee. He was out on a reef, only about 100 or so metres out from the shore, and had a blackout.
And it's if you're alone, it's no good. But if there's a quick thinking person around you,
Yeah.
Like Fuentes.
like Fuentes, a friend of mine hit a reef out surfing, broke his neck. He was still conscious, but he couldn't move anything.
Oh, really?
So he was face down in the water, thinking, "Oh, that's it.
Hey,
I'm done." And the first person on the scene noticed that another surfer noticed that he was, floating face down, got his board, flipped him onto the board, and that saved his life.
Wow.
Really? That's
Yes.
amazing.
Otherwise, he would have been moments away
true.
from
It
drowning.
would happen, wouldn't it?
Of course it would.
It'd be a helpless feeling.
13, 24, 10. Have you ever almost died?
Like that.
I
Or-
like it too.
Or maybe you were the one that saved some person.
Yeah, it can be either,
Let's
Swan.
talk about those moments, those life-changing moments.
If you almost died, or have you saved someone?
Yes. Jess from Parkdale. What? Did you save someone's life, Jess?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
It was pretty crazy.
Tell us what
I was at a-
happened.
I was at a festival in northern Queensland, and a friend and I, we met a group, everyone was drinking, and they had that one drunk friend. We went back to watch the music, and my gut told me we needed to check on that drunk friend. I'd spoken to them about, just not leaving him alone. When we found him, he was on his back, choking on his own vomit. He was probably a couple of seconds away from dying. We were able to get him on his side and scoop it out.
How'd you feel, Jess, at the time? Was it sort of just automatic, or did you have to think your way through it?
No, I mean, I'm first aid trained. Can't advocate enough for being first aid trained. So putting him in the recovery position and using his hand to scoop the vomit out of his mouth. But it was so scary, though. Your heart just races.
And how did he thank you?
Oh, he was not in any state to thank anybody. We were able to call extra medical support, and he was obviously transported to like a medical centre to be looked after for the rest of the night. I don't think he probably remembered anything at all, and his friends weren't there. I mean, this is why you got to look after your friends, right, at these type of things.
Absolutely.
The music festival in Northern Queensland wouldn't have been loose at all.
Not at all. Nothing. It was totally PG.
While he didn't thank you on the day, Brodie thanks you every day in spirit. And well, thank you. 6 bottles of Zonzo Estate wine for you, my friend, in the heart of the Yarra Valley, paired with the perfect Italian Zonzo. Michael.
Super Michael from Kooyong, whose life did you save?
I saved a girl who had an epileptic fit in the Hawthorn pool.
So a similar story to Alvarez. Did she sink?
She did. I was swimming laps in the same lane, and as I was getting down the deep end, I seen this girl going down, which sometimes people do weird things in pools, and then as I got there, I thought, no, something's not right, so I dived down to the bottom and pulled her out.
Man.
Really?
Do you have goggles on, or was it like a blurry intuition?
No, I had because I was swimming laps, I had just my little swimming goggles on, so I could see pretty well.
Michael.
But she was just kind of lying on the floor, so I dived down, scooped under her arms, pulled her up, and then I held her on the edge, just hanging onto the blocks, the little backstroke bar.
I know Hawthorn Pool well.
So I was hanging onto that, and then...
Is it heavy getting a lifeless body up, Michael?
No, it's not that heavy because, obviously you're pretty weightless in water. So the hard bit was getting her out. There was the girl on duty on the pool was only about 5'5" and, 60 kilos wringing wet. And I had to try and explain to her, don't grab her because you can't pick her up. I said, you got to go and get some people who are strong enough to actually haul her up out of the pool.
And then how long was she on the side of the pool for before she came to?
The AMBO, they started first aid and the AMBOs came, and the AMBOs were there pretty quick. She was gone in about sort of 10, 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
Michael Dunn went full Baywatch. And for doing it, a $200 make-out meal voucher, friend. Great restaurants like Mamacita, Easy Peasy, Entrecote. They get kits delivered to your house and you put it together at home. Make-out meals. Peter.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Great.
I decided to, with mates, to do a bit of a degoe. We went to Bali back in 1999, obviously. Jono, you might relate to this. So
yes.
I don't know if you guys know the drink Jungle Juice, 1.5 litres of bloody spirit mixed with pineapple.
It's got that. It's got an Iraqi attack in it.
Oh boy,
it's poisonous stuff. You can fill your car up with it, or fill your scooter up with it.
I decided to, be a bit of a hero and have 2 of those. Before I knew it, I was walking back alone, back to the apartment. Can't remember any of this. The only thing I know is my mate told me the next day, apparently, I was having a shower, butt ass in the shower. I pulled down the curtain. The curtains, it was one of those bath showers. The curtain's blocking the hole where the water goes down, the drain pipe. And apparently my mate broke in, the water was filling up. So if he hadn't come back to the hotel, I probably wouldn't be around today. No. And every time I see him, I bloody give him a hug. So, yeah.
Wow, Pete.
Well, you're a big turkey, Pete, for doing that, but I'm glad you're alive. And do you drink wine anymore?
Don't mind a bit of wine, mate. Yeah,
Prefers Jungle Juice, though, Big Pete.
Responsibly.
Hey, that's how, responsibly drink, Dino.
Yeah, next to a fire.
Yeah, but next to a fire, not in a bath. That's how Whitney Houston passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, there you go, Pete. You're a lucky bastard.
This is why it's been over 500 days since I've had a drink.
Right on. Zonzo Estate, 6 bottles. Authentic Italian. It's in the Yarra Valley.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to 7 o'clock on Friday, and that means we introduced to the microphone. We've dragged it from the bottom of a swimming pool.
Yes.
Like World Championship artistic swimmer Andrea Alvarez. Hello, Dave O'Neill.
Good morning. And there was news. Ash was saying about the jukebox of Coke that was confiscated. Wasn't it from Greece? Is that right? Because I was waiting for that to turn up at my house. So
yeah, that came in from Greece.
There's going to be a big school holidays. I had the kids all ready to work for me.
I think your joke falls down because it's full of cocaine, not Diet Coke. So it obviously wasn't meant for you.
You're in the wrong business,
I'm drinking Diet Coke right now. 30 years drinking this stuff and I'm still fat.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
It's a good experiment.
Doesn't
work.
work.
Hey, Dave, how are you feeling? School holidays today starting for most
awesome.
people.
My daughter's been doing work experience, actually. At
Wow.
the local Labor MP's office.
Whoa.
Really?
Fantastic. Oh, she went to Parliament. She went to the swearing in. She went to question time. I did work experience at a butcher's. I got to cut up a pig. So these things have changed.
They're life skills. You can make a great sausage from scratch.
No, isn't it the same thing? Pork barreling?
Yeah, bang.
Bloody hell.
Son of a bitch.
Who's the
Slept on last
comedian?
night.
It's brilliant.
We are pretty excited because school holidays are starting and the kids need a break. God damn it, they do. But
they
tell you
do.
what, Nathan, Bree, James are waiting with bated breath because one of those names is going to be called out as the winner of our Antarctica competition.
Oh, wow.
12-day
A trip.
12-day expedition to
Love to
Antarctica.
go there.
Magical.
But next, this is also very exciting.
Oh, yes.
We've been playing Stump Chrissie for yonks. It's a game where Deb from Bundoora v Swan, we play the start of a song and they have to instantly tell us what it is.
Because Chrissy's a freak at it. But so is Deb.
Deb is actually better at it.
Oh.
You
she's
beat her
gonna-
last time, though.
Yeah, but that's because of the delay on the phone. She's going to kick my ass and I'm here for it.
And why is she going to kick your ass?
Because she's Deb from Bundoora.
And she's here in the flesh.
In
Yeah.
person.
She'll be next to Uncle Dave O'Neill taking on Swan. It's going to be a bloodbath. Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brown.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
And we're about to do this.
Stump Chrissie.
Oh.
Dave
Because we work
O'Neill.
out that Chrissy's a bit of a freak when it comes to guessing songs, particularly from the 80s and 90s, just when you play a little bit. And then Deb rang up and she seemed to match Chrissy's
Deb's
talents.
better. Deb's better than me, there's no doubt.
And now Deb's in the studio. How are you, Deb? Come close to the mic.
Morning. How are we?
It's so good to see you, Deb, my my arch nemesis in Stump Chrissie. You are better at this than me, 100%.
No.
The only reason I beat you ever is because you're usually on the phone.
I am.
So this is going to be just the most glorious victory for you, and I want you to
No.
enjoy every
Well, we
minute.
want you to have a crack, though.
Oh,
You've
of course I will.
downplayed it so much that I'd be switching off if I was in
No,
the car.
no. This
This is
is
supposed to be a heavyweight title fight. We're at a press conference trying to sell the match, Swanee. God almighty.
You're going hard, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I try very hard, but
We do,
Deb
both.
is a freak.
Buzzer check, please, Deb.
Deb.
Chrissy.
Look, I'm going to say Deb's could be quicker. Yeah. Buzzer check again.
Deb.
Fire up, Dad, for God's sakes.
Okay.
Don't just because Swanee's trying to downplay you a little bit or trying to downplay herself. Don't fall into that false sense of security.
It's for the love of the music.
Yes, that's
It's the love
it,
of the
Deb.
music, that's right. And it brings you back to the good times.
How was
I need you to
Bundoora this
score.
morning? Let's just relax you into it.
It was very cold this morning.
It is cold, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's winter, Deb. What else do you expect?
As my mate said,
Be kind to our guests, Jonathan.
as our good friend Billy Stiles, who lives in Bundoora, says Bundoора's got 3 unis, but no one in Bundoora goes to those unis. That's his joke.
Yes, my children. Okay.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
I've had enough, so
He's
we're
checking
gonna move
out.
on. All right, here
Anyway,
we go.
okay,
Round
here we go.
250 cash up
Song
for
number
grabs
one.
here.
Song
Now,
number one.
Swanee, you can win the 250 cash. You'll need it for these bloody school holidays. Pay for,
And
pay for the
feeding.
kids.
Yes.
Silence.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Deb.
Oh, I love this song.
I'll tumble for
For you, Culture Club.
I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you.
Boy George is one of the great disappointments, and he's not welcome on this show anymore.
That was my first concert.
Your first concert was
The
Culture Club.
Glass House.
What did he used to judge?
He's just a shithouse interview. Terrible guy.
Deb, that was real quick.
Yeah.
Round
Incredible.
2.
Okay, here we go.
Chrissy, is
Chrissy.
that Marilyn?
Yes! Oh, he's back.
That is an
Calling your
unbelievable
name. I'm calling your name. One of the greats.
Boy George's mate.
Yeah, and it's not on Spotify. And Gavin's mate from Bush, they went out for ages, but Gavin,
Wow.
Gavin Rossdale.
Rossdale.
Rossdale, yeah.
Here we go.
That's the freakiest, Chrissy.
God, I haven't heard that for 30 years.
Yeah, no, it was hard to find.
It's really hard to find. It's not on Spotify.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Deb.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you.
Oh, my God.
You're a Can't wait to see you.
Wow, that is so impressive, Deb.
Because I was playing them to my wife, Kieran, she's like, oh, who's, Eurogliders.
They were
Not
good.
Great
yeah,
band.
Western Australian band.
And they were together, Grace and
Yeah.
Bernie.
Grace and Bernie.
You know, you've got a Bernie and Grace had a Bernie.
Yep.
You do a pH there on your ears, Deb.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
I reckon this one's hard. I don't know if you'll get this one. Aussie.
Oh, I think I know it.
Oh, I know it. We know it.
Aussie.
I've got to sing along to it.
Buzzers are broken.
Wow. Late 80s.
Is it?
Went to number
Is it
31.
My Sex?
No.
Keep playing it then.
Jeez, I feel like I know that too.
Well, we can't go from the start
okay.
again. So it was Don't Tear It Down by Spy vs. Spy.
Oh my God.
Would never have got it.
Yes, I went to see them at a parade social.
A parade social? Parade college social?
Parade college social.
Score, John?
2-1 to Deb.
Here we go.
Aussie band.
Deb, Cattle and Cane?
No, not Callan Kane.
Whoa,
Similar.
Christine.
No
Free
idea.
here.
Keep going.
We needed Wide Open Road from the Triffids.
Triffitt's not one of mine.
Well, it's a great band.
Or Spy vs. Spy, never one of mine.
Swan running out of time to catch Deb.
Yeah.
No,
Three
that's
rounds
because
to go.
Dave's picked songs that no one knows.
Yeah. Apart from Dave.
Here we go.
Yeah? It's not Agadoo, is it?
My black light.
Push pineapple, shake the tree. I got to push pineapple, drink coffee.
To the left, to the right, jump up and down and to the knees. Come and dance every night, sing with a hula melody.
You're on the Mall Music Breakfast Show on Smooth FM.
It's always good to play that at a family gathering because Nana gets into that
Yeah,
one.
man.
Nana likes that one.
All right, here we go.
I reckon you'll know this one. Chris, you guys will know this one.
Chrissy?
Yes, Swanee's got this.
Bitch.
I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sitter, I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed.
Meredith Brooks?
Yes.
Who was
Oh,
it?
that was a great. So they used to go off.
Yeah.
In the younger days.
What's the score?
3-2 to Deb.
All right,
Christine with a big late run.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Last one.
Chrissy?
Swanee, come on.
R.E.M. Everybody Hurts.
Everybody hurts.
Famously in Beverly Hills 90210. When Shannon breaks up and she puts it on in her room.
God, I loved that show. Did you, Deb?
I didn't watch that.
Apparently, Michael Stipe was sitting in a nightclub in a booth and someone walked up to him and said this song stopped them from taking their own life.
Really?
That's amazing.
It's a great
Power of
song.
music.
Power of music. What a fitting ending. It's a damn draw.
Oh, my God.
Two champions.
Should we have a tiebreaker?
We don't, sadly.
No, okay.
But I like the fact that it's a draw.
I like it too.
I think it suits us.
Long may we reign, Deb. Thank you so much for being my musical playmate all
Thank
year.
you. I love it.
So much fun.
Deb, a $250 cash from What If. It's Aussie for travel. And do you like wine? I can't remember.
Yes.
How many
Loves
bottles
wine.
of Zonzo have you got over?
Well, I've got 6 coming my way from last week.
Well, you got 12 now. And
Hey!
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Okay.
Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch.
time for a stiff shot of a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for it.
I've been doing a lot of 60-minute style exposés on the show. I did one with crutch lady. She's going to kill me for
Deb.
going blank. Deb from West Footscray. Burnt her crutch. We did one about the fraudulent young man from Ryder.
Ballarat.
Ryder.
But the next one I do, and we have to pencil this in, Jackie, is for when we're back from holidays, that
Yes.
first week. I'm going to do the next special, an interview with an Eshe.
Oh,
Eshe, bro.
fantastic. Where are you going to find... Do Eshes know they're Eshes?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Okay,
say
great.
they're Eshes. don't
Okay.
They live for it.
Eshe,
Right,
bro.
okay.
Well, Jack gave us a lesson in what an Eshe is this morning. Apparently, they shave their legs, they wear red shoes, they speak like this. They steal cars, and they love ciggies.
Yes. Yep. Red TN specifically is what an Eshe wears.
A red tee.
A red TN.
TN, it's a
It's
Nike,
a Nike.
shoe.
And a bum bag. That's sort of the two major signs of spotting an
Where
Eshe.
does the word Eshe come from?
So it first originated in Adelaide in the early 90s.
Really?
And then it became sort of... It
Oh,
came
like
back...
SA, South Australia, SA, Eshe.
Yeah, I think because it was yes, because
Okay.
it derives from yes, and they've turned it into
okay.
Eshe. And then in 2007, it became a thing again in Western Sydney, and then has filtered down to Melbourne and up to Brisbane.
Perhaps the most interesting element about an Eshe is they have a penchant for Pig Latin. That's a weird element, isn't it?
It is.
Pig Latin, brother.
Pig Latin.
Pig Latin.
Yeah, Igle
Yeah.
Oble sort of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Strange. So, Swanee, I'm going to try and... Jack, we need to put together bait right now for an Eshe for me to sit down with.
Okay.
Now, they can be anonymous, so when we sit down, they'll sound more like this. We'll put that monster's voice on them so they can be undetectable.
Not worried for your safety, Dana?
A little bit, John, but that's what I do.
Are they a criminal sort of? Is there a criminal element?
Petty criminal.
Dana really nodding his head.
They're like teenagery. But, you know, if you're from down Frankston way, there's some Eshays in Frankston.
Oh, without question.
Every generation throws up their sort of petty. For us, it was
White Sharpies back in my day who were like skinheads.
We had riders, I think they were called riders.
Oh, they're bogans, you know.
To catch an Eshay, we're going to have to put a prize pack out.
So I think we put together a pair of Nike TNs. Red. A bum bag. And a deck of, no, I'm kidding.
What about some speed dealer glasses?
And some speed dealer sunnies.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to put this on Instagram, and you can refer an Eshay, so you don't have to be, we won't have your details. This will be all anonymous.
Those Nikes are worth nearly $300.
Right?
Good.
It's a good price.
Good bait.
Don't get rolled on the train, bruh.
You'll see it on our Instagram shortly. I'm going to catch an Eshay. We're going to sit down, and any question you have about these enigmas will be answered on our first.
I've got one question.
What?
If you wear socks with your shoes, with your TMs, is that classed as being an Eshay?
Jack?
No. No socks with your TNs.
No socks.
Interestingly,
bare ankles, a nude ankle.
Nude ankle.
For crims who rob stuff, they love to shave their legs, and I don't know why I find that funny.
Weird.
But I just don't think they go together normally.
Are they cycling or?
I'm interested to see why that is.
So am I.
Yeah, I'm fascinated. Also, unrelated question. A 9-year-old girl who lives in Camberwell and made her mum buy a pair of Nike TNs. Is she an Eshay?
Oh, wonder.
She's on her way.
To catch an Eshay, we'll be back on the radio in 2 weeks. The most
catch an Eshay.
The most
Catch an Eshay.
dangerous radio we've ever done.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Felicity Ward, a comedian, and you also may have seen her in In-Betweeners 2, the Ronnie Johns Half Hour, Any Questions for Ben, and Wakefield. Or you can see her in her show She's Back, Baby, at the Athenaeum Theatre, Saturday, July 9. Tickets at tickettech.com.au. Here's Felicity.
Felicity, I've loved you forever. I love your
you.
stand-up, but geez, you're good in Wakefield.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Has anyone here seen Wakefield?
It's about a hospital, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a mental health facility.
Yeah, that's the nice way of putting it.
Are you a patient or a doctor?
Well, here's the funny thing. I was a nurse in the show, but at the time had real-life postnatal depression. So it was a real fun.
It was an interesting dichotomy.
It was, Well, I got so I have literally never been asked to audition for an Australian drama in my entire career, despite the begging and the crying.
Yeah.
And then when my first baby was 12 days old, and I live in London, I get this email from my agent going, hey, I know this is a bit of a weird time. I'm like, hey, I can't, what? Yeah. And then I ended up like doing it. And it's so funny when I watch back, like it's called a self-tape and you have to film yourself doing the audition in your lounge room. Yeah. And I thought, I think I'm doing all right here. And I watch it back, boobs down to my knees. I've got bags. Like I just look a wreck.
12 days after having a baby.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
I'm surprised you could even stand up.
Oh, I don't know. I think I did it sitting, to be fair.
Yes.
But then I took the part and we landed and he was 9 weeks old and yeah, it was pretty mad. It was pretty.
Yeah.
It's too sad for morning breakfast, I'll tell you that.
Baby on set.
No, husband quit his job, came over, was full-time carer in the bushfires. You know, it was just like, yeah.
What a good husband.
He's a good husband. He's a real good husband. If you are listening, and he's not, honey, I love you.
Although he made you live in Britain, though, so he can't be that good.
Yeah, that's right. It's look, London is. I'm just coming around to it. I've been there 9 years, and I'm just thinking, I reckon I could live here.
Yes. It's a huge city. It's big. It's twice the size of Melbourne. I looked it up once when I was there.
Yeah, it's not even that. Like, the size is whatever. It's that they make you feel like a ghost, and nothing works. They just
feel like a ghost.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
The people, like, run into you, and you sort of go, oh, sorry, and they just don't turn around, or they look at you like, yeah, you should say sorry. And you're like, but you hit me. Oh, it doesn't matter.
But also, you were telling me, we did a gig last night, and you were telling me that they they look down on Australians still.
Yeah, if you're if you were considered a posh Australian, you are still worse than the scum of the scum in England.
Really?
Yeah. There's no
Convicts.
such thing as the mother country imperial complex is still very much there.
Wow.
What about Rupert Murdoch?
What about him? Do we have to talk?
He's a pretty posh Australian. Is he still?
Well,
looked
he's got an American accent for one, but I mean, I haven't hung out with him lately to know how he's treated
No.
in the circles over there.
No, he's loves on the rocks at the moment with Jerry Hall.
What?
There you
It's
go.
over, baby.
It's done.
They're getting split up.
Yeah. So you are here to do some stand-up.
Yes, I'm here to do some stand-up. I'm doing a show at the Athenaeum on the 9th of July. I'm so impressed that I have jet lag and remembered those numbers.
Yeah, good effort.
Right.
Yeah,
And
thanks,
I can
guys.
confirm that is correct.
Yes!
Because I've got it in front of me.
That's the quiz of
You
the
can
morning.
get your tickets at tickettech.com.au. What can we expect from the great woman Felicity Ward?
Firstly, let me apologise for the name. I sort of wrote it as a bit of a joke. She's back, baby.
Yeah.
And then me and my friend were like, yeah, that's funny. And then it's committed to paper. You're like,
Yeah.
you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. And then every time I do an interview, they're like, and your show, She's Back, baby. I'm like, I hate myself.
That's like when you sign up to Social Sport, I need a name. Oh, the Gonads.
Yeah.
And then every week, the Gonads are on the roster.
Yeah.
And then you get an email for it. You're like, dear Mr. Gonads. You're like,
That's Pikey's darts team.
Certainly is,
The
yeah,
local
it is.
pub.
Really?
Felicity, how was our man Dave last night? How did he perform up there on stage? Did you see him at all?
I did see him. I watched the whole 40 minutes.
What's this about?
No, we did a gig together at Comedy Republic.
Oh, great.
I did. Well, look, the only thing I was disappointed in is he asked a guy what he did for a job, and he said, I'm in mining in New South Wales. He's like, oh, where do you do that? I'm like, it's Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's Newcastle.
Well, to be
It's-
fair, I said, are you in the regions? He goes, no, I'm in Newcastle. And I go, that's in the regions.
That is it's a regional town. It's not rural.
Well,
It's
this
regional.
sounds like hilarious material.
Are we getting the wind up from Chrissy's one?
Oh, my God. Are you in the regions?
Oh, man.
Side splitting, Dave.
Mining, and people booed, though, when he said he was a miner, because they're sort of hipsters.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a cool time to be a coal miner, that's for sure.
No, I said, oh, you do the good coal, do you?
How old's
Hold
your
on, fire.
baby, Felicity?
He's 2.5. Wow. Yep, he's wild. He's really wild.
It's a crazy ride, isn't it, motherhood?
It's one of those things where you go, oh, he's just like me, and then you go, oh, I'm really annoying. Oh, I'm intense.
You're officially a British citizen now.
I'm officially a British citizen.
Do they do a ceremony like they do here and give you a plant or something? What happens in England? When
Well, I've never become an Australian citizen, and I've never been
Right.
to a citizenship. Do you get a plant?
Yeah, you
yeah,
do.
I just know because Zurich talks about it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and he got a plant that he got drunk and left in the foyer of a pub.
Yeah.
Like an Australian
Like an
should.
Australian,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what happens in England? Do you have a ceremony? Or?
You have a ceremony, you go to like a town hall. This guy, it's all very archaic. Like a woman comes out with, a woolly sheep hat, and they've got a scepter.
Yes.
Is that, when you're like, scepter? Which one?
Yeah, scepter.
And there's a ritual, and then, I don't know, she tells you about the local borough that you're being signed into. You're like, come on, mate, give me the signature.
Yes.
Do you have to hand
Wonderful.
over your Australian citizenship while you're there?
Absolutely not, mate.
You can keep that as well.
Yeah, there's no way I'd become a... Sorry if there's any Brits living. Absolutely no way I would become a British citizen if I had to hand over
Yeah.
my Aussie passport.
But your child, is he both? Or?
He's both, yeah. He doesn't have his Aussie passport yet, but he's an Australian citizen.
Great.
Does he have a showbiz name?
He actually does.
Big nuts.
He's got... Yeah.
Wow, that's a good name.
His name's Gonad, thank you. A little bit of respect, yeah?
Felicity Ward.
Imagine you had a baby called Big Nuts.
Imagine.
Gonad.
A bold name.
A bold name. You're like, no, I believe in this. I believe in this kid. I reckon he can rise. He is the boy named Sue. He can rise above.
Rise above it.
Yeah. Come on,
Gonad.
Big Nut.
She's back, baby.
She's back,
She's
baby.
back.
The Athenaeum Theatre, Saturday, July 9. July 9. Go to Ticketek or Google Felicity Ward. She's back, baby. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Sack and footy!
Yes, last night the footy was on. Melbourne rebounced.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Oh, yeah.
Rebounced.
Well, yeah, man.
Rebounded.
Rebounded.
Rebounded. And they came early on. It looked like they were going to lose 4 in a row because my boys, the Lions were all over them, Swanee. But then quarter time, Goody told his boys to fire up and lift, and they did. Jack Viney, Oliver, Petrarca.
May was back, wasn't he?
May was back, absolutely. Sick of punching his teammates, so he thought he'd get back and kick the pigskin around. My boys were dog shit.
They haven't won since 2014 at the MCG, John.
That's bad. That's bad. If you want
I didn't know that stat, but I heard that.
If you want to win a premiership, you got to win at the big dance. You got to win you got to win at the big ground, Swanee, where the big dance is this year, because of course the grand final's back. It's back, baby, this year, and you got to win at that ground.
Yes,
to win and to carry a premiership medallion around.
Brisbane are number one on the ladder, are they not?
Not anymore.
Oh, well, they were for a while, though.
Yesterday, Dave, I went down to see my good mate Vossi. Went down to see the boys train, the Carlton.
Yeah.
How are they looking?
They look good. They look good. I tell you, Vossi's got a great setup.
Did you tell Vossi you were coming? Because if I was him and I saw you walk across the ground, I'd be going, am I out of a job? What's happening here?
Yeah, me too.
Well, I could have got a game. They got so many injuries to the key defenders. But what I did do, it's all closed. The session's closed. So I was fortunate enough to be out there, Swanee.
Princess Park?
She's got the twirlers out on the end of her. She's got the tassels on her nipples at the moment. The old
The
bluebirds.
beginning sounds like, I'm coming out naked but with fans.
Get the Bluebirds back together. Remember the Bluebirds, their cheer
It's a
squad?
saucy song.
It is. Jeez, it's good when it fires up.
Isn't it?
Hopefully for all the Carlton supporters, it'll fire up tomorrow. 1:45, they play the Dockers at Marvel Stadium. But Swanee, down there at train, it was bloody good. Vossi's got a good setup, though.
Yeah.
He's hired a bloke, one of his mates, to run training. So Vossi just...
He's outsourced it.
So he's outsourced training now.
What's he doing?
So he just stands on the wing and just sort of...
Strategises.
He just strategises. He just mulls what's going on. He talks to the water boy.
That's a great idea.
Talks to a couple of the trainers. He sort of just holds court.
Who's his mate?
Training had started and he's over there talking to a few of the supporters, taking a few selfies. I'm going, Vossi's...
Oh, my God.
He's worked this coaching caper out, Swanee.
Is it an old Brisbane Lions guy doing the mate?
No, a mate of his from Port Adelaide. Greavesy, his nickname is. Greavesy, so he was good. And I got to sit down and have lunch with the boys. I'll tell you what, they've got a lady that comes in and cooks some lunch, Swanee. Roast chicken with this unbelievable sort of steamed cauliflower, and then it was finished off in the roasting pan.
How do I get
I just
a lady
wanted to
come?
stay, Swanee.
How do I get a lady that makes me come and make
roast
lunch?
chicken?
And to finish off the day, Swanee, I got the two-time Brownlow medalist, Diesel Williams, the great Greg Williams. Yeah. He actually works down there. He's a board member, but he also works down there as well. He gave me a tour of the new facility. And you're not allowed in the construction site, but when your name's Diesel and what you've done for that footy club.
And Jonathan Brown.
The bloke said to him, no. The construction boss said, no, Diesel, not even you can come in here. He said, hand your hard hat across.
Right.
So handed the hard crowd across. Now Diesel didn't even have shoes on. He's in a construction area, and I'm getting a full tour of Icon Park, Swanee. The brand new facilities, which are amazing.
They would be
by Diesel Williams
in shoeless Diesel Williams.
As Cake once said, you're touring the facility.
Yeah,
yes,
great song. There'll be an OH&S inquiry. I would have thought.
I know you've got this break planned, but I've got one story at the end of it. That's talking footy and needs to go today.
Well, I'm going to quickly go on some audio, Swanee, because Glenn Archer's son, Jackson, has just been announced that he's playing his first game. And in a new sort of trend that's happening, the boys, they FaceTime themselves ringing their parents to tell them. So this is him FaceTiming his dad, Glenn.
I'm playing this weekend.
You're kidding?
No.
Hang on, mate.
He better be crying.
He is.
I think he is.
So, something stuck in my throat. Oh, that's fantastic, mate.
Man, it was so lovely to watch.
It was beautiful. It's one of the hardest men that's ever laced a boot, Swanee.
Is he?
Getting a mate. Glenn Archer.
Oh, he's I just know him as a lovely bloke.
Shinbone of the century, I tell you what, mate. Tough, fearless, courageous. He's everything you want to be in a footballer, Swanee. So that was him. Obviously getting a bit emotional about his son. What about the mum? You'd think the mum would be a bit more emotional than the husband.
Jackson, don't talk shit.
That's fantastic.
Jackson, you're having a prank. What are you doing?
That's all.
One more.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson, don't talk shit.
How good that. So the shinbone of the century, son, running around in the North Melbourne colours on Sunday against Adelaide, Swanee.
Great.
I know how excited the fans get when they see one of the sons of one of the greats.
Yeah, it's beautiful, sentimental. Now here's my foot talking footy.
Go.
On Trent Cotchin from the Tides. He smashed his collarbone.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, double check it. But
Yeah.
I was on the desk at the project, and both Waleed and Steve Price are Tiger supporters, and me. And Steve Price, I'm in the middle of them, and Steve Price is telling Waleed that Cochin's out with a broken collarbone. Anyway, I mishear him. And I think he's referring to Koshi from Sunrise. And he goes, I just hear him go, Koshi's broken his collarbone. I went, ooh, how did he do that? So imagine that Koshi, he's got a broken collarbone.
Koshi.
And he goes, he smashed it. He tackled somebody to the ground and smashed his collarbone while he was doing it. I'm like, why is Koshi tackling people?
The cash cow.
The cash cow got out of
maybe the
hand.
cash cow did it.
Or Carl Stefanovic.
This went on for ages, and I was asking Koshi-based questions, and he was answering Trent Cochin-based questions, and the whole thing just didn't make sense until he put two and two together. He goes, I'm talking about Trent Cochin, and Waleed we just wept laughing. So can you imagine Koshi with a broken collarbone because he tackled somebody?
You got brittle bones, Koshi.
Yeah, he does. He's getting old.
Well done.
But Dave O'Neill calls him
Koshi.
Kochi.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Yeah, you made it. Mums and dads and kids, it is the last day of school today. My kids have got a half day and a sausage sizzle.
Oh, don't you love that?
Yeah, this was an easy day to get them to school. And I love the last day of term because you get to do stuff like clean the desks and throw out stuff. You know, there's no work today.
No, none at all. Hasn't been probably any work for the last week.
No,
We got a birthday party today. My daughter's eighth birthday. She's
What are you
never had
doing?
a party before, going to bounce. So I've got a couple of carloads of her mates
Classic.
out to bounce. That'll be a hell of a lot of fun.
Fabulous.
Call the ambulance.
That, of course, is the dulcet
I'll be
tones
leaving early.
of Dave O'Neill, the gorgeous Dave O'Neill.
Morning.
I'm taking you on a journey next.
Oh, I can't wait.
It involves an $8.50 lettuce.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's right.
Why is lettuce so expensive? Why?
Well, because of the floods.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's your answer.
I got it.
End of.
Sort of.
Pack your bags, everyone. We're going on a lettuce journey.
Yeah.
And someone
You're not going to believe where we end up.
Just cause. Huh? Whatever. What's the tip of the iceberg, mate?
We might end up on an iceberg.
Everyone, shut the hell up. And Antarctica, another journey.
Oh.
We're sending someone to a 12-day exhibition in Antarctica.
Will it be Nathan, Bree, or James?
And if that's not good enough, give us your tidbits. If you've never called up with a tidbit, make sure it's strong.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
This is the dulcet sound of the humble lettuce.
Yeah.
The most sought-after item in the world.
That's right. And I'd always bookmarked this time to tell you to take you on a lettuce journey. But I've had a last-minute update in the last half an hour. The story has taken a turn that I didn't see coming. Okay? So are you with me?
Yeah.
Please.
First of all, I want to start with a word in defence of $8 lettuces. Everybody's losing their mind. $8, I'm not going to buy it, la, la, la.
Got mentioned last night we had tacos. My wife came home and threw some shade towards me for running out of lettuces in the garden, Swanee. Because lettuces were so
Here's
expensive.
the thing. It's all relative, isn't it? Yeah. Because I bought a lettuce for $8 and I made a salad which was huge and filled 6 people's tummy. And the whole thing cost about $4 per serve. Right? So let's not lose our minds. Don't be a lettuce hater.
Still good.
And, well, that is a very cheap side. $4.
Yeah.
Right? And it was chock full of goat's cheese and avocado, and avocados are super cheap, so it swings and roundabouts. I got 3 for $6.
Well, that's the big
and then
story
yesterday I
today,
bought
they're
more
cheaper.
avocados. They were $1.20 each. So let's just not bitch about lettuces. There was floods and stuff. They're doing their best. Keep buying the lettuces is my thing. So 2 days ago, I did just that, and I bought a lettuce because I was going to make my magical wonder salad again because the kids love it. No, this was yesterday.
Is this an iceberg lettuce?
An iceberg lettuce.
The best.
The best. The king of lettuce.
The one they put in Big Macs.
It's the best. Iceberg is the best. And it's had a little rejuve, hasn't it? Because there was a few years where it was like, oh, iceberg, no.
No, we're getting cos.
Yeah, we're all getting something else. Rocket, baby spinach. And then someone said, oh, actually, I love iceberg lettuce, and it's having a resurgence,
Milk
which
went
I
through
am
that
here
phase.
for.
It's not bitter enough for me.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
I love iceberg.
So I was out walking and I went past the supermarket and I bought, full disclosure, an $8 lettuce.
Okay, all right.
And I just had my backpack on, so I had to pack light because I had the wrong size backpack. That annoys me. If I'm doing shopping, I'll have my big backpack. But this was like a surprise supermarket visit.
Yeah.
So I put my $8 lettuce in, some avocados, a couple of other things in my small backpack, and I couldn't do it up. It was just about 10 centimetres across the top open. Anyway, I walked back to work and Polly, our friend, said to me, do you want me to, your backpack is open, do you want me to close it for you so that you don't lose what's inside it? And I said, no, don't worry, I'm going straight to the car. Right?
Uh-oh.
Got to the car, got home, unpacked the backpack. The lettuce was not there. Everything was there apart from the lettuce.
It rolled off somewhere.
And I'm looking at the top like a cesarean scar going, the lettuce can't get out of that.
Yeah.
But it did. And it's been a huge, I don't know, it's been a huge mystery to me about this lettuce. But I took solace, and I do this every time I lose something that's valuable, whether that's $50 or a nice ring. I think someone's going to find that and it's going to make their goddamn day. And then I sleep well at night. I think, okay, I've lost an $8 lettuce, but I've made someone's day, which is very important to me. I'm scrolling through Instagram. Here's the last-minute update that I didn't see coming. How's this journey, huh?
Mate!
Scrolling through Instagram, and I see a story from our friend Andy Kay, who works here at Nova, and he posts a picture of a full head of iceberg lettuce outside the building that says, this was left outside my work. It's like finding a $50 note on the footpath. Wow. He joins us now. Andy Kay, did you take that lettuce?
Well, look, good morning, team. I take the lettuce and I unfold it for $80 to buy myself some I have to be honest, I didn't take the lettuce. I'm probably not into picking up, random pieces of food off the street. But I was surprised to see it there because they are worth a lot of money. So
Yes.
I don't know.
And now that I've seen where it was put, it didn't fall out of my backpack.
What happened? No.
I took it out because the pass to get back into the building was underneath the lettuce. So I've put the lettuce there, got my pass out, walked upstairs and left the $8 lettuce.
Wow.
Jesus, Swan.
So would you go home and have some Sanchoy bao or something for dinner?
No, we just had avocado and cucumber.
No,
Which was lovely.
No, Andy. He's the man with the lettuce.
Andy left it there.
No, he left it there. He said he left it.
No, I left. Yeah, I absolutely left it.
Someone else
Too honest. He's too honest.
Is it still
Andy Kay.
there? Could still be there.
Mate,
the birds would have got it.
It's gold. Andy, you stop picking food off the ground. That's weird. And Swan.
He didn't pick the food off the ground. He left
He
it.
took a photo of it, though.
And protect your lettuce. That's like a child.
I know. I can't be trusted with children or lettuces.
Tidbits next.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Hey, book a holiday with What If. Give it a crack. What If is it's Aussie for travel. Before we finish today, someone's going to Antarctica, which is a crazy sentence.
Oh.
But it's tidbit time. Let's go in-house first.
Got a cracker.
All right.
May I offer you a tidbit? You know Super Dupers?
Oh, yeah.
I love them.
The greatest treat that you can keep in the freezer.
Oh, man.
They're very hard to open. You've got to get the scissors out,
True.
try and do it with your teeth.
True.
If you snap it in half like a glow stick, it cracks perfectly in half every time.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
It's good to know, Swanee.
That's huge.
You just crack it in half, bang.
Remember the big frozen Fred Flintstones you used to get?
No.
They were good.
No.
Oh, they were good.
It's good to know because scissors always go missing in our place.
Snap.
I
May I offer
imagine
you-
they'd have to be rock hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I offer you a tidbit?
Oh, Dave, please.
Kate Bush. I know you're a big fan of Chrissy.
I
Has had a
am.
bit of a resurgence, of course.
I'm feeling quite protective of Kate Bush lately because it feels like I've loved her for so long and now everyone knows her and I feel like you don't understand.
No, you've been a long-term fan.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
She was discovered by David Gilmour. David Gilmour, of course, was in this band. In Pink Floyd.
Was she? I didn't know.
Yeah, and so this sounds so dodgy. David Gilmour said, a guy I know called Ricky Hopper was a friend of Kate's brother. And he came to me one day and said, I got this tape of this 15-year-old girl singing. I think she's pretty good. I heard it and said, yeah, she's good. Then he produced her first album.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she's good.
With Wuthering Heights on it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's good, all right. Don't you worry.
And this song, as you mentioned, Swanee, because she wrote everything for this. She gets all the royalties now. It's piping up again.
Oh, it was on, how much? She gets a week?
250 grand.
Oh, incredible.
30 years later. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Jonathan?
Mail for your tidbit.
Please.
There's a big professor overseas around Scotland named Michael Sweet. And he has said that, he's tweeted out that the Loch Ness Monster, he's not really the Loch Ness Monster.
Really? Wow. I never saw that coming.
Wasn't it a log?
No.
What was it?
It's a whale. It's a whale rolling onto its back and showing its appendage, a male whale.
What?
So, because, they...
But hang on, there's a whale in Loch Ness.
No, yes.
No, yes, there is. They travel through there in the cold waters.
Oh.
There's whales, and if they roll onto their back, that's what happens. They, they're well built, it's fair to say.
Jonathan's holding a picture of a whale's penis, and it looks exactly like the old school pictures of Nessie.
It actually does.
Exactly right. Back in the day, travellers explorers would draw what they saw. This is where many sea monster stories come from. Tentacled, alien-esque appendages emerging from the water, giving belief to something more sinister lurking beneath. However, in many cases, it was just whale
Doodle. That is the best explanation and most logical that I've ever seen.
It looks exactly like it.
It's exactly the same. It's identical.
Yeah.
The head of the Loch Ness Monster
Exactly the same.
is the head of the
doodle.
appendage.
Sam from Newport. Sam.
Great.
Good morning.
Hi, Sammy.
May I offer you a tidbit?
You may.
The orange snakes in a bag of everyone's favourite snakes, Allen's, are actually apricot flavoured, not orange.
Wow. That's blowing
the
my
green
mind.
one's a pineapple. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Which one's the pineapple? The green ones?
Yeah.
How'd you find this out?
No, I don't know.
Well, Swan's dubious.
I'm dubious only because I recently did a tidbit with the glucogel jelly beans, and those yellow ones are apricot, but that's written on the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, it's written on the bag of the Allen's.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I've got
the
a
red
bag
one's
of-
a strawberry as well.
Really?
It's crazy. You got a bag of snakes alive, open up, they're all dead.
That's vintage music.
Snakes
I
alive
love
in
that.
their
Is he still running with that joke, is he?
Sometimes,
I
I
love
reckon.
that joke. Good
Sam,
one, Sammy.
That's a good one, Sam.
Of Zonzo Estate wine. Let's go to Baldwin. Danny, hit us.
Good morning. May I offer you a tidbit?
You may.
Oh.
Did you know that the echidna has 4 heads on its penis?
Very much about it. This is a very doodle tidbit day today.
So that's okay.
It is.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is. Apparently they have 4 heads on their penis so they can get around the spikes of the female.
Oh, gosh.
Really?
It's very
Yeah, I
interesting.
promise you, don't Google it because it's something you will never be able to unsee.
Okay, that's important info.
Really?
Definitely Googling
Kids,
that.
don't Google it.
Danny, wow, you've rocked us all in 6 bottles even of Zonzo Estate.
It's not a school holiday activity.
Peter from McRae, what do you got?
May I offer you a tidbit?
Yes, Pete.
Aircraft tyres are filled with nitrogen, not normal air, because they can handle the friction when the tyres hit the runway. And obviously the heat from the brakes of the aircraft.
Tyres on planes are filled with what?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen,
Wow.
not normal air.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Wow,
That's
That
why I'm
makes-
telling you the tidbit.
That makes a lot of
Pete,
sense,
do you
Pete.
think that, and can they pump them up a bit tighter because of that as well?
Probably.
Probably. Well, that's not a tidbit, mate.
No more questions.
It's just making it up now.
Is the reason we put the tray tables up is to put the wheels down? That we work on the wheels?
Pete, you've got a $200 make-out meal voucher. Basically, a Flash restaurant will send you food and you put it all together.
Oh, it's great. I've had that.
Thank you very much,
Enjoy.
guys.
And a copy of Life and Football by Jonathan Brown, signed by Ricky Nixon. Congrats, mate. You're lucky.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Uber 100. We give away a bunch of cool stuff all the time, but before the show ends today, someone's winning a 12-day expedition to Antarctica, and that's wild.
And it's hard to get to Antarctica.
Mate.
It's not like the Gold Coast. You can't just fly in on Jetstar.
No. Dave O'Neill's here, and mate, you've been bullied. You
Well, no, I do a podcast with Glenn Robbins called Somehow Related, and we were talking the other day. about Renee Zellweger. And I said...
Wegger.
Yeah, the great Renee Zellweger. And I said, she was in Bridget Jones. And I said, oh, yeah, I love that book. I read both those books.
Yeah.
And he's like, isn't that like a girl's book? Well, come on, mate. And then I also admitted to reading Mia Freedman's book too.
Of course.
Mamma Mia, or was it Mia Culpa? I can't remember. Anyway, then Glenn admitted that he had written what he described as a girl's book. Glenn, got him on the phone. Glenn, how are you? Glenn, you there?
Yeah, look, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Glennie.
Yeah. What happens on the podcast stays on the podcast. That's, fans only,
It gets broadcast. It actually, people can listen to it.
By fans only, do you mean only fans, Glenn?
Well, yeah, I just heard you say that before, and I thought, I thought it might be applicable. Anyway, I'm trying to be topical. I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah,
I'm driving my car. It's a bit hard. I'm on the freeway.
Yeah, put your blinker on
now,
so it sounds authentic.
Now Glenn...
Hang on. Yeah, go on.
Tell everyone what book you admitted to reading.
Eat, pray, love.
It's a good book. That'd be right up your alley, Glennie.
Well, I reckon it's an adventure. It's travel. It's a bit of Bali, and I'm a bit spiritual. I'm that sort of guy. I'm on that side. So I reckon I get brownie points for that.
Yeah, but then you wrote the sequel. What was that called again? Eat, Root, Sleep. I like that one better. That was.
Glennie, if you pull that out on our next golf trip where we're rooming together, I will suffocate you with my pillow.
Whoa! It's healthy.
Let's all put our jammies on, go to your room, and all sit around, and I'll read Eat, Pray, Love, and we'll eat chips and giggle, and then have a pillow fight.
Sounds great.
Eat, Pray, Love. And then, what was the other book you admitted to reading? What was it again?
Yeah. Okay, this is the bad one. Lady Di's biography.
Hey,
I didn't
read that.
No, I didn't. You don't strike me as a royalist.
Andrew, the Andrew Morton one. What can I say? I lay at your feet. I've just lost points off my man license. I know. I realise that. And I hang out with brownies, so that gets me back. I reckon pulls me back. It balances the ledger, don't you think?
Yeah.
Glennie, did you learn anything about Lady Di?
Yeah.
I learned nothing from either book. Nothing.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It is fun. Eat, Pray, Love and Lady Di's book.
Maybe Russell Coit could read Eat, Pray, Love in the next episode of Russell Coit. That'll work well.
I see nothing wrong with these with men reading these books.
Well, they're just not marketed towards men. It's not marketed at all. But
do you feel embarrassed, Glenn?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, because I thought you might be ringing up to celebrate my career or something, or maybe it was some sort of nomination or something. I don't get invited to the Logies, and now Nova rings me to mock me what books I'm reading.
You know, Glenn Robbins never won a Logie.
What?
Not for Cal Knight, not for Russell Coit, ever.
Ridiculous.
Crazy.
Uncle Arthur.
Crazy. You've got to get a terminal illness and we'll work it up for next year. Just pretend.
In memoriam.
Hey, where are you driving to, Glennie?
I'm driving. Well, I do a bit of charity work. I'm just going to mow a couple of old ladies' lawns and put in a bit of sprouting and stuff like that.
I'd say golf, Chrissy, golf. It'd be golf or surfing.
Where are you really going?
Yeah.
I go play golf.
Glenn, hey, hit him well, friend.
King. What are the Kings?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend. Over 100.